Sometimes English and Chinese match almost perfectly. I like coffee. 我喜欢咖啡. Easy. So you think, great, I can just translate. And then one sentence later, the order changes. Why? That is the part most learners are never really shown. And once you notice it, Chinese sentence building starts to make a lot more sense. Let's start with the easy ones. I know him. Know is 认识，我认识他。I 我认识 know him 他 almost the same. I like coffee. Like is 喜欢 coffee is 咖啡 again same. Please open the door. Please is 请 open 开 the door is 门 Please open door 请开门 So direct translation is not always a bad idea. Sometimes English and Chinese really do line up. That is why this can be confusing. You try it once, it works. You try it again, it works. Then suddenly it doesn't. And usually it's not because the words are difficult. It is because Chinese has started arranging the message differently. Here is a sentence you probably already know. She is working. 她在工作. Here, 在 is telling us the action is happening now. 在工作 is working. Easy. But now let's say she works at a bank. Can we say 她在工作银行? No, that does not work. Why? Because now 银行 bank is the place. So 在 has to go with the place. 在银行 and the action comes after it. 工作 which is work. So the natural sentence is 他在银行工作. Look at the difference. 她在工作 she is working. But 她在银行工作 she works at a bank. And once 在银行 becomes one place chunk, Chinese puts that chunk before the action. 她 plus 在银行 plus 工作 and not 她 plus 在工作 plus 银行. That one small difference can completely change the sentence. Now let's add time to the sentence. I will see him tomorrow. You do not say 我会见他明天. The correct Chinese sentence should be 我明天会见他. 明天 Notice where this 明天 appears. It comes early in the sentence. Now, I study Chinese at home at night. Look at the order. At night is 晚上. Study Chinese at home. At home is 在家. Study Chinese. 学中文. Before the main action appears, Chinese has already told you when and where. You do not need to turn this into a formula. Just notice the picture. 晚上 sets the time. 在家 sets the place. Then 学中文 the action happens. That's a very different way of building the same message. You do not say 学中文在家晚上. That is the wrong order. Because for Chinese, before the main action appears, you have to put when and where first. Now, let's look at a mistake beginners can actually make. Try the sentence: I came to see you. A beginner may translate it piece by piece. I, 我 came, 来 to, maybe 去 or 到 see you, 看你. So they may end up with something like 我来去看你 or 我来到看你. You can see what happened. They tried to give every English word its own Chinese partner. But Chinese does not need a separate word for this too. The natural sentence is simply 我来看你来看你 come see you. That English too is gone. And here is another. She went upstairs to get her phone. If we translate every English piece, you may start searching for separate words for went, upstairs, to, get. But natural Chinese can simply say 她 when she went upstairs 上楼 to get her phone 拿手机上楼拿手机. Again, the English connector does not need its own Chinese word. So the mistake is not that the learner does not know enough vocabulary. The mistake is trying to force the English sentence structure into Chinese. Sometimes Chinese simply gives you action with another action, like come see, 来看, go see, 去看, go upstairs, and then get, 上楼拿. And that is much more natural than trying to translate every little English word. Here is another place where direct translation can mislead you. You learn 是, and the dictionary tells you to be. So naturally, you think English says am, is, are. So Chinese uses 是. Sometimes, yes. For example, I am a teacher. 我是老师. Perfect. And he is my friend. 他是我的朋友. Here, 是 is identifying who someone is. But now look at I am 20 years old. Chinese normally says 我20岁, not 我是20岁. Age does not normally use 是 this way. This cup of coffee is expensive. Normally, 这杯咖啡很贵. You don't say 这杯咖啡是很贵. This cup, 这杯 coffee, 咖啡 expensive, 贵. 这杯咖啡很贵. So why don't we simply use 是 every time English uses is? Because English to be does several different jobs. Chinese does not use 是 for all of them. But here's one important detail. You may sometimes hear 他是很忙 or 这杯咖啡是很贵. Those sentences can be correct. In that kind of sentence, 是 is doing something more advanced. It can add emphasis or contrast. For example, the feeling may be closer to she really is very busy or this coffee really is expensive. That is a different use of 是. For now, the important beginner takeaway is for a normal neutral description, say 他很忙 or 这杯咖啡很贵. Do not automatically insert 是 just because English has is. So compare 我是老师,我20岁,他很忙,这杯咖啡很贵. English keeps using forms of to be. Chinese chooses different structures depending on what the sentence is doing. And that's why a dictionary translation can be correct, but still not tell you how the word behaves in every sentence. Now let's look at another mistake learners often make. Suppose you want to say, the book I bought yesterday is very interesting. A learner may know every word. The book, 书, 我, I, yesterday, 昨天, bought, 买, very interesting, 很有意思. So they may try to keep the English order and say something like 书我昨天买的很有意思 or 书我买昨天很有意思. You can probably understand what they are trying to say, but that is not how Chinese normally builds this sentence. The natural Chinese sentence is 我昨天买的书很有意思. Now look at what changed. English starts with the book and then tells you I bought yesterday. Chinese does the opposite. It first builds the whole description. 我昨天买的 the one I bought yesterday, and then gives you book 书. So instead of 书 plus 我昨天买的 Chinese ones 我昨天买的书. That is a very important switch. Let's try another one. The dish my mother made, not 菜我妈妈做的. This is wrong. You should say 我妈妈做的菜. My mother made dish. So the problem is not the vocabulary. The learner may know every single word. The problem is carrying the English order straight into Chinese. English often gives you the thing first, then describes it. Chinese often builds the description first, then gives you the thing. So when you see a phrase like the book I bought yesterday, do not start with 书 or book. Start with the description. 我昨天买的. Then add the thing. 书我昨天买的书. Once you start building it in that order, these longer Chinese phrases become much easier to put together. Now let's see if you can catch the mistake before I fixed it. I'll show you the English sentence, then a Chinese sentence that looks tempting if you follow the English order too closely. Ready? First sentence. I met him at the station yesterday. A learner may try 我见到他在车站昨天 because I is 我 met is 见到他 is him at the station 在车站 yesterday 昨天 All the words are there, but the order is off. Chinese naturally says 我昨天在车站见到他 Look at what moved. 昨天 comes early. Yesterday comes early. Then 在车站 sets the place. Then 见到他 the action. So instead of copying the English order, Chinese builds 昨天 time 在车站 place 见到他 action. Now try another one. The coffee I bought this morning tastes really good. A learner may start with the coffee and say 咖啡我今天早上买的很好喝 There's English order sneaking in again. Chinese does not start with 咖啡 here. It first builds the description. 我今天早上买的 the one I bought this morning. Then gives you 咖啡. So the natural sentence is 我今天早上买的咖啡很好喝. So by now you should start noticing the real danger. The mistake is often not vocabulary. The learner may know every word. The problem is letting English decide where every piece must go. Before you translate, ask yourself, is this word really needed in Chinese? Does this place belong before the action? Does this description need to come before the noun? That one pause can save you from a lot of very English looking Chinese sentence. So, next time you want to say something in Chinese, do not automatically replace every English word with a Chinese word. Sometimes that works perfectly, but when it does not, look at what changed. Did the place come before the action? Did the time move earlier? Did two actions sit together? Did 是 turn out not to belong there? Did the description come before the thing describes? The key is not memorizing more and more rules. It is learning to notice when English is still helping you and when Chinese is organizing the idea in its own way. Once you can see that difference, you stop guessing the word order. You start seeing why each piece is where it is. See you in the next video. 再见。